the 2005, 2007, 2010 ghosts? Where are they at? Why are only ghosts before the 20th century haunting people? Why every time you go on a ghost tour, right? Because they're rooted in history.
Back to another video. Hope everyone out there is having a good day, y'all. We got the new camera hooked up. I'm still learning the settings. If the quality's not top notch yet, it will be getting there. Let me know if you guys notice anything. I feel like there's a delay with my mouth and all that. Let me know down below if you guys are seeing that issue like I'm seeing here. But we're not going to talk too much, y'all. We got an hour banger today. We got an hour banger, got a fresh cut, new camera. Let's have some fun, y'all. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Every once in a while, the lottery gets really big and people start speculating about how weird it is that one random lucky person is about to hit the jackpot. I have the nerd version. See, in 1972, the Soviets sent up a probe that was supposed to go to Venus, and it never made it there. It's just been circling the Earth for the last 50 years, and now it's coming back down. And because they built things properly and to last back then, this huge metal probe is very likely going to survive re-entry. Now it is crashing, so they don't know precisely where or when Cosmos 482 will land, but they're thinking it's going to be somewhere around May 10th. Statistically, it will probably land in the water. Statistically, it will not hit anyone.
Yeah. Statistically,
it will not hit me. But I am tracking my chances.
Let's look at a chicken in a grocery store. You can buy a whole chicken, $8. So you think when it goes to rot, if that was your inventory, you throw it away? No, right before it goes rotten, they roast it and sell it to you for $16. After that roasted chicken goes rotten, they chop it up and put curry on it, and it's at that grocery store's buffet. And now they sell it to you for $5 a pound. And they got 8 pounds.
I swear to God, I'm at the Asian market. Look, I ain't never seen no motherfucking black chicken. The fuck out of here.
What?
What? The fuck? Oh shit.
This right here and tell me if this doesn't blow your mind. That's a human hair right there. This is the Apple CPU, the little chip that's in your phone or your computer. Yeah, watch it and tell me this is not fallen angel technology. I don't know what to say. Because nobody can make something like this. Not even a laser can shoot down that far and create something like this. Yep, just keep watching. We're going way deep. Oh yeah, we're not done yet. It goes further. Yep. And we hit the bottom, finally.
I'm at Target and I asked for upholstery cleaner and nobody knows what upholstery is. Okay, so come here. You want to be on my TikTok? Do you know what upholstery is?
I do not. I can't.
And how old are you?
26.
Oh, good Lord. He doesn't know what upholstery is. Now, wait. He's not the only one. Hold on. Excuse me.
You want to teach me?
Come here. I want to talk to you for a minute. I want to ask you, just answering my camera, okay? Do you know what upholstery is?
No, I do not.
She doesn't know either. How old are you?
I'm 19.
She's 19. She doesn't know what upholstery is. Excuse me, how old are you?
31.
Do you know what upholstery is?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know. I'm just messing with you.
He doesn't know what upholstery is either. What? Come here. I got to get her too. This is another one. Look at this. I need to know at what age people stopped using this word. Hold on. Do you know what upholstery is?
No.
How old are you?
24.
Another one. How many is that? Nobody knows what upholstery is. People, nobody knows. I can't even get him to help me find the upholstery cleaner because he doesn't know what upholstery is. And there was another kid who walked down the aisle and I asked him about upholstery and he didn't know either. Okay.
It's like they don't know no more. Like when I went to Best Buy today to get this camera, I knew more just by watching videos. I started looking it up yesterday. I knew more than the actual person that like got the camera and unlocked it for me. They used to be like experts at Best Buy. Like they used to know their tech, right? This lady didn't know. I was like, do you guys got a dummy battery? She's like, I have no idea. So I had to order it on Amazon because they didn't sell them there. But I was asking her so much questions about the camera that she didn't even know. Like she was just looking it up online. I was like, does it come with a USB-C? Does it come with this? Does it come with that? She's like, I don't know. I got to look it up. Like, I was like, you guys it's just a job now for people, right? I remember back in the day with technology stores like that, They knew their stuff, y'all. Please let me know if there's a delay. I feel like there's a delay, y'all. If there is, I apologize. We will get better as time goes on.
You know what upholstery is? Yes or no? How old are you?
45.
He doesn't know what upholstery is either.
I don't know that word.
Oh my gosh. I'm never going to be able to use this word again.
Furniture. Upholstery
Okay.
is
Wait, how old are you?
77.
Do you know what upholstery is?
No.
You don't know what upholstery is?
Upholstery is furniture. It's like a couch or pillows or
Why you don't say soda, stupid?
a love seat.
Right. She knows
If you
what
heard George
upholstery
Lopez,
is.
you know what
I
that
know what
is.
upholstery is. None of these kids know what upholstery is.
Things y'all should know at McDonald's. Burritos are not made when y'all order. Burritos are made a day before and left in the fridge till they're gone. They get warmed up in the microwave.
So serious about my chicken coop. I'm a little hoarse right now, but so serious about my, yo, this is gonna be my line. I was just trenching that right there. Yo, we gonna do that. I'm gonna do it all the way to there today. Boop, 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 boop. Yo, I'm serious about my chicken coop. Y'all already know.
Dope.
Eggs.
Dope. I love it.
Hey, listen, y'all. If y'all don't listen to nothing else, they're gonna shut down the grid. I don't know why y'all not paying attention. They're gonna shut down the grid. I want y'all to understand this. What if tomorrow you wake up and there's no electric? Think about it.
I mean, it can happen at a hit of a switch, right? Same with my internet. When I want to up my speed or lower it, you just hit a switch, make it from 1,000 to 600. But that's dope, y'all. I love seeing those types of videos, like especially him, like a high level, celebrity getting into the, being outdoors and doing things like that. Like I always bring up to Mom Bear, like, let's move out of here. Like I'm getting to the point one day where we can move anywhere in the country, anywhere in the world, really. But we got family. We got family. You know what I mean? So we can't go too far. But I'm like, let's go somewhere. Let's go. She's always shooting it down. Yesterday, y'all, don't tell her I told you guys. But yesterday, she said something. She said, not yet. I shut up, went on about my day, y'all. I would love to move somewhere green. I would love to have some pine trees everywhere. That's my dream, right? Not too small of a town, because I want my boy to grow up, not in a small town, really. I don't know. I'm thinking too far ahead, but that's the dream, y'all, is to have some chicken coops, have a big garden, have a backup generator just in case. I know I can have all that here. I got a little garden. I don't got much, but I would love like some animals, chicken coops, some land for my beagle and my dogs to run around, y'all. That's the dream, y'all.
Saying that I offered to send
dope.
U.S. troops into Mexico to take care of the cartels. She wants to know, is that true? Do you think I'm going to answer that question?
That's all I'm asking. We'll see.
I will answer it. It's true.
Make it a little brighter in
Why
there.
would you do that?
Because they should be. They are horrible people that have been killing people left and right. They've made a fortune on selling drugs and destroying our people. We lost 300,000 people last year to fentanyl and drugs. They're bad news. Yeah, that's true. If Mexico wanted help with the cartels, we would be honored to go in and do it.
The firmament melting. I haven't heard that one yet, y'all. Could be.
Do you guys remember the drones over in New Jersey and how much of a nothing burger that turned out to be? Like, with hindsight now, I think it's just so clear that that was just an attempted distraction from what was going on with Luigi Mangione.
¿Ya viste allá arriba del cerro?
It's a giant. You guys know I'm a sucker for giants on mountains.
Follow me for your dose of nightmare fuel.
I think on one side of it, I think we really do have an entire subspecies of creatures that do exist mostly inside the earth, and they are not readily surface dwelling anymore. And I do believe, like in Lake Havasu City, Arizona, man, inside the London Bridge is a massive room, like a throne room, where they engage in this magic. But this Brotherhood of the Serpent, they call upon Nahash, the dragon. And
would that be in normal terms Satan?
Yeah, most people know him as Satan, right? Yeah. But like there is a great red dragon. Like it's a physical, that's what he looks like in reality. He was cursed, and man, he made him a monster. Yahweh made him a monster. And they would commune with these things. There's 13 grandfathers take 13 of their grandsons, and they bring them into these rooms and do these things on these specific times and rituals for all kinds of stuff. But the dragons tell them the future. This is like always what they've been able to do. Is Satan leads Yeshua up onto a great high place and says, I shows them all the nations of the earth and all their kingdoms and their reigns in a moment of time. He shows them the future. That's what they do. They can show you what's to come. This is why we get hunted by them. He knows if we're going to be part of his adversaries. He knows if we're going to be on his enemy list. And that's why he targets us at our youth. That's what so happens. So many people, they're like, why has my life been a nightmare from the beginning? It's because you have a purpose and a destiny that adversary absolutely categorically does not want to come to pass. It's a real life Terminator scenario. And so he sends his assets in to destroy people, to ruin their life. And those meeting places happen when they sit down in these rooms and they try to call up these creatures. It's from inside the earth. It wasn't like ethereal mist. They were physical things that would come out of these tunnels, and they would come into the room and they would consume the offerings that were given there. And then the words of the Nahash would come forth, and they would prophesy to these guys. Like they would prophesy out of the mouth of the serpent what each one of their life callings, their shots. He's the shot caller, man. It's like a pimp from prison. He's calling the shots, and you had a bunch of fallen watchers that were in prison in Tartarus for a reason. Yeah, but they got ways of getting messages out, just like the cronies in jail today, and that's what a lot of people are dealing with. They think they're dealing with the top dog, and they're like, I'm finally into the big game. And it's like you're dealing with, a private in the hierarchy, but he can masquerade like a general. And so some people are really dealing with death himself, and some of them are dealing with one of his princes. And this is what my family's covenant was with the dragon. They didn't mess around, man. They went all the way to the chain of command. They uncovered a bunch of my great-grandfather's grandfather was an archaeologist who dug into the Indian mounds out in the Ohio River Valley. And they started finding a priest class that was these serpent worshipers. And that's what they started calling upon. And they started trying to wake up and rise up Huachiblos, which is these deities, these dragon fire deities.
Okay, so I'm walking back to the house and I see this guy standing there. And I'm like, why does he look so weird? So I start walking closer and closer and closer and closer, and wait. That's not a guy at all. That's just a shadow. And the pillar makes it look like an optical illusion. See?
Apparently, if you don't stop smoking and you keep smoking, you will end up feeling like you are breathing through a straw for the rest of your life.
China is starting to feel the pain from the US tariffs, but they don't want anyone to know about it. You see, while we're currently seeing China's leaders publicly say that they're willing to fight America to the bitter end, privately, things are a bit different because Reuters is now reporting that Chinese companies importing US goods are being contacted by Chinese authorities to let them know that they don't actually have to pay those 125% tariffs they placed on America. Just some of the tariff exemptions that they're quietly making include US pharmaceuticals, microchips, ethane, and aircraft engines. We're even seeing the return of gray routing, because some Chinese exporters are now shipping their products to other countries like Malaysia or Thailand, relabeling them, and then forwarding them to the US to avoid those tariffs. And keep in mind, China has around 20 million workers involved in US-bound exports alone. And that is going to be painful because official data showed on Wednesday that Chinese factory activity has plummeted in April. This has resulted in a significant increase in worker protests, factories are closing down, and some employees' wages are not getting paid. And remember, China previously said, we have no no need to talk to the United States? Well, in the last couple of days, they've slightly changed their tone, saying that they are evaluating a US offer to engage in trade negotiations.
I'm having a hard time.
Because they don't want anyone to know that it's glitter. These 10 words kicked off one of the biggest internet conspiracies of all time.
Can you tell me what your biggest fire is?
No, I absolutely know that I can't.
Okay, but you know what it is?
Oh, God, yeah, and you'd never guess it. Let's just leave it at that.
In 2018, a New York Times article went viral when a manager at one of the largest glitter producers in the world refused to admit who their biggest client was. But another thing that really stuck out to people was this comment. Since we're a glitter manufacturer, anything we do is now called glitter. This is important because glitter was invented / discovered in the 1930s at a precision cutting factory of film and paper for clients like Kodak and Enesco. The cutting machine would occasionally glitch, tearing up the glossy photo print into schnibbles that were spat out onto the shop floor. Instead of throwing them out, some of the employees decided to use the schnibbles as fake snow in their Christmas decorations, and glitter was born. But today, whoever is buying up all of the glitter is still a mystery, with some theories suggesting that it's the US military, boat paint, funeral homes, or toothpaste manufacturers.
If your kids are on this app, please do not scroll past this video because you need to hear this. I'm minding my business scrolling through my For You page, and then I see a creator say, if you search this up, corn is gonna pop up. I'm like, no, no. So I typed in the search bar what they told me to type into the search bar. When I tell you real life corn popped up, back shots, unfiltered, uncensored back shots. So I report the video. I reported the video, it went away, right? So I searched it up again. I'm like, surely they're gonna take this video down any second. It's been up for almost 24 hours now. Then another one popped up. So I reported that one too. So that one disappears. I go to see, surely it has to be taken down. Another one pops up. There's multiple corn videos on TikTok right now. Fully uncensored. Fully, you can see exactly. What are we doing? What are we doing, TikTok? What are we doing? We already fighting for our lives not to get this app banned, and then y'all are allowing some nasty shit like this? What is going on? And this is exactly why my kids don't have phones and do not be on these websites unmonitored or anything like that, because you just never know what is going to pop up. I'm thoroughly disgusted. The fact that it's been up for almost 24 hours, multiple videos, multiple corn videos, full-fledged corn. Take your kids' phones for today until they get this shit under control. And honestly, they don't need to be back on TikTok. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Take it away. Take it away.
They had worked. Now, if you take that away, I don't agree with her saying take it away, because there's just as bad, if not worse, things on Facebook, on Instagram. If you get looking at the right spot, I've seen some crazy videos on Facebook where I'm like, I cannot believe they put that, and that's an American-made, platform. American-owned, I should say. So it's a hole, and there's kids that are watching that. And you can just go down the rabbit hole, because guess what? The more you scroll, the more it's going to feed you, and the more it's nonstop, and the more it gets in your psyche, and the more you start, getting depressed, getting anxious, getting all these mental health issues, whatever, doing crazy things. It's all right there, y'all. Not just TikTok, but that's crazy. That's on TikTok.
Tapped Marilyn Monroe's phone, and she was calling up Bobby Kennedy and a friend of hers named Rothberg in New York, who was an art dealer, saying that she was going to hold a press conference to tell the whole world what Kennedy had told her about, and I'm quoting, the objects from outer space from the 40s found in New Mexico, a clear reference to Roswell and a couple of other events that happened out there. So Marilyn, because I think the Kennedy brothers had distanced themselves because the affair she was having with Jack Kennedy was a little bit getting too well known, she was angry. And so she was threatening to spill the beans in a public news conference where the whole world would have been there. Before she could do that, Wetworks made it look like an overdose of drugs, but it wasn't.
Sean Combs did some really bad things, and he has to be held accountable for that. But when I met Sean, he literally summoned me up to Harlem, and he was like, yo, Ruhawk. He was like, just like bearing his soul to me. He was like, I don't even, can I ever get out of this? He says, when I was 4 years old, he told me when he was 4 years old, he was used as a living altar. And I know exactly what that means. That's the most horrible thing anybody in this world could ever go through, especially a child. He wanted to know, what does it mean to have a soul? How do I know if I have a soul? Like, he was desperate for help, but he didn't make the right choices, and he has to be held accountable for the choices he made.
Sounds to me like the floodgates are only just opening. Sounds like the layers go a lot further back. It's interesting times right now. I think there's going to be some shocking revelations that we've all just got to prepare ourselves for.
And then you add in companies like BlackRock. They're buying up the number one. Them and Vanguard, they're the top buyers of almost every stock. So they could completely crash the market if they want. They're also the top buyer of Bitcoin now, I believe. And even scarier, that no one hardly knows to talk about, they should be a big deal, is they're buying up houses like crazy now. They're driving up real estate markets. That's part of the reason why the real estate markets are spiking. And then they're renting them. The more houses that they buy, the more they'll drive the market up, and the more they could raise rent. It'll be, they have that quote, you'll own nothing and be happy. That's what they actually want. I think they need to pass laws banning that. The fact that these giant corporations can buy up all our homes.
It's crazy.
The family can't afford a home. It's ridiculous.
So you think companies like BlackRock and Vanguard should be banned from buying houses?
I know that's controversial, but absolutely. You can't let they're buying thousands of homes at a time, and they can come in and bid over the asking price.
I think so. I think they should. Maybe capped out at a certain amount, right? But not all the houses. Like there's so much people, like we had a clip on a video, last week or something where this guy was like, me and my wife, we saved up for our dream home. We had the money. We were even paying a little bit over, because that's what you got to do now when you buy a house. You got to pay over the asking, right? And one of those big companies came in with cash, paid 3 times over, and they screwed us over, y'all. I think it should be. That's not right that all of these rentals are popping up. And
the day that I came out here with the trees. Oh, Rick, this was the movie y'all saw on your honeymoon, right? The swing was right here. Well, we got permission to put your brothers into the door. Look, I'll tell you what, why don't one of y'all stand guard at the front just to watch your people coming up the drive, okay? And make sure that you're not seen. Don't get in the window. Just holler at them. She's putting one up. The chicken in the cage is right. This is for the dinner scene.
God almighty, dude, the kitchen. My God, we're in the kitchen.
The meetup was, the deep freeze was that you put the Kurt's body in or whatever. That's where she jumps out.
house just looks creepy.
Play both of them. Okay. Play both of them.
You're not dropping the tariffs against China to get them to the negotiating table. Those tariffs are staying on.
Why would I do
Would
that?
you lower them?
At some point, I'm going to lower them because otherwise you could never do business with them.
Yeah.
And they want to do business very much. Look, their economy is really doing badly. Their economy is collapsing.
And here's the auto tariffs.
So small businesses say they are being hurt by the Chinese tariffs, and some could be forced to shut
And
down.
many businesses are being helped.
Are you
Look at the
considering
automobile
tariff
business.
relief for small businesses?
Why do you always mention that, you know, you pick up a couple of little businesses? What about the car business? They're going to make a fortune because of the tariffs. Do you know that the union, the head of the union, who was no fan of mine, Sean Fain, I guess his name is, right? He didn't endorse me. The Teamsters did. A lot of people did. A lot of unions did. But he didn't. He couldn't stand me. Now he's saying, wow, what's Trump's done for the automobile? I can't believe it.
Shaq posted this clip on his Facebook for proof.
Folks will look at me like, hey, what am I doing in here and you out there? And they always go crazy when they see me.
I've been writing movies since I was 19 years old. Me and Sean created Wayans Brothers when we was like 20, 22. Don't Be a Menace.
Classic.
Scary movie.
Classic.
Me and Sean and Keenan wrote that. But these are ideas that we came up with. Sean came up with a lot of these ideas. Scary Movie was like, Don't Be a Menace, Sean came up with. Sean don't get enough credit. Scary Movie, Don't Be a Menace, White Chicks, those are Sean's ideas. Me, I'm an executor. We executed together. I know funny characters. I know how to do situations. We all have gifts. And Keenan, he knows how to put it all together and see it from a macro point of view and work the shit out you.
Dude, can I just say, like, isn't it crazy that Logan literally got exposed for scamming his fans millions, and it wasn't like 1 or 2 mil. I think it was like 7 to 10 mil, or like 15 mil or some crazy shit. And he's just walking around like nothing. Like what even happened with that?
News, because it's not breaking. A former Bush official has stated that a $21 million underground city was built in case of an extinction level event, per the New York Post. What in the master? I mean, this isn't surprising, okay? There's been rumors about something in Colorado. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. This isn't surprising and very believable.
Beautiful canyon, right? I am so ready for monsoon. Like where I'm at, I think we moved here in October. I think I've gotten rain twice. It snowed once, nice snow, right? Not a foot or nothing like that. Snow stayed around for, I don't know, the night, morning it was gone. But Arizona just got hit. My mom's area just got hit with a nice hailstorm. And I was like, man, I just can't wait for it to rain out here. It just feels like forever since I got some rain. Y'all, how's your guys' weather? You guys getting rain? You guys getting storms? You getting snow still? All we get is dust storms out here, y'all. Ain't none worse than a dust storm. That dust gets inside your car, even though the windows are up, inside the garage, on everything, inside everywhere. Even inside, it gets inside. I gotta vacuum the windowsills because it gets so dusty, y'all.
Rates of autism in the United States over the last 20 years have quadrupled. If a woman has obesity, she has double the risk of having an autistic child. If a woman has diabetes, she has double the risk of having an autistic child. If a woman has both obesity and diabetes, she has quadruple the risk of having an autistic child. So people are scratching their heads trying to figure out, where is all this autism coming from? Well, look around in the population. Are the rates of obesity going up? Are the rates of diabetes going up? The answer is unequivocally yes.
The Mega Million costs $5 now.
That's a lot of money.
The Mega Millions used to be $1. I went in there last week. I'm like, let me get 5 Powerball, 5 Mega Million. They was like $35. I was like, $35? They was like, oh, the Mega Millions went up to $5. What? Can you imagine not even being able to afford the hope? The Mega Million and Powerball says, hey, you never know. I can't even afford to never know.
We're at Walmart to test a conspiracy theory, so come with us. You already know, if you know.
I don't.
So the conspiracy theory is that these are not real ice cream.
But it says made with real ice
cream. Just a theory. Apparently, if you leave these out, they don't melt. We're gonna take these home, leave them out, and see if they melt.
Are you leaving them out all night?
One, not all.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's a waste. Ice cream salad stand!
Personally, I'd like to say I hope these do melt because I love Great Value and like I stand by their products.
Alright, here's our tester right here.
Put it on a plate.
Gotta be like, very delicate with this.
We're gonna leave this on the counter overnight.
Unless I get hungry.
It's the next morning. It's time to figure out what happened.
Ice cream! Oh my god, it's a pancake.
It's not a pancake.
Wait a minute, it's not.
It's not a pancake.
Didn't know.
That is still an intact ice cream sandwich. Why does it look like that?
Yeah, I thought ice cream, isn't it supposed to look like, you know?
Be a melted pile of milk.
Instead it's like...
It's nasty now.
Oh, no. Why
it's like bread.
I don't know.
Like the bottom of a cupcake.
During day one of Sean Combs' criminal trial, we heard some celebrity names come up. They were listed on a people and places list that was given to prospective jurors as names that might come up during the trial when it kicks off next week. And among those names are actors Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, 2 members of the girl group Danity Kane, that's Aubrey O'Day and John Richard. You also heard the name of musician Kanye West and one of Combs' sons, Christian Combs, as well as his former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, who filed that explosive civil suit against him in 2023, which really set off this entire chain of events in the federal investigation. Now, we don't know why these names have been mentioned. They haven't been accused of any wrongdoing, and I guess we're just going to have to see how it all plays out during the trial.
Einstein was asked what weapons he thought World War III would be fought with, and his response is said to have been, "I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones." So after a nuclear war, man returns to his hunter-gatherer state.
My brother was on the SWAT.
Walmart. Now, I've always heard that. I always heard to change the screws, in the deadbolt. I never seen people say change the screw in the door hinges and whatnot. But if you're doing it, you ain't going to buy a pack of 2 screws, right? You're going to get a pack of, 20, 30, whatever. Might be something I need to do, y'all. Might be something. It might be a little $5 investment that can save your life. Because Segovia has no firearms in the house. Y'all know what's up with me. I can't, right? Got some pepper spray. But I don't got no firearms in the house. So it would be something good to put in the door hinges.
Classic example. I mean, who would have thought 25 years ago, 30 years ago? I mean, here was Sears with a 100-story plus building in Chicago, had access to money far cheaper than Sam Walton. I mean, Sam Walton's credit was not as good as Sears. Every supplier wanted to do business with Sears. Nobody had ever heard of Sam. Every real estate developer who was developing a new shopping center went first to Sears, and Sam got the short end. So here's the guy starting in Bentonville, Arkansas, and he kills them over time. Just plain kills them. And disadvantage in buying, disadvantage in borrowing, disadvantage in real estate. Advantage, Sam Walton, and his ability to inspire him.
Haters get mad because I got me some baby to make stop.
Getting old,
I
y'all.
was
I'm getting
today
old.
years old when I realized that it did not say, I guess I was saying baby napes. I don't really know what I was saying because you know how you go along with the song and you're just singing, so you just are kind of saying whatever. So I was literally today years old when I found out it said bathing apes. I didn't even know that was a thing. Please somebody chime in because I know I can't be the only one that was saying the wrong words.
People used to grow
Getting
up. In the
old.
cities, you've got, like I've said, you've got the 38, 40-year-olds drunk at the bar, crow's feet and all, looking like they just stumbled out of a frat party. It's disturbing. It's weird. It's creepy. You go to places that are more in the country and other places, and you see those same age brackets adulting, right? They've got kids, they've got families, they own homes. You've got your average, 40-plus-year-olds in Manhattan living in studio apartments, living in a box they can barely pay for, going out drinking Thursday to Sunday, acting like they never got out of school. They never got out of college.
No thanks. Rather be here chilling with y'all on
Indoor
a Friday.
lighting is about 100 times weaker than direct sunlight. A walk outside in the morning, even for 10 or 20 minutes, activates the exact biological cascade your sleep system depends on later in the day. Sunglasses block this. Staying inside skips it. So getting 10 to 30 minutes of natural sunlight in the first hour after waking, it's so important if you want to reset your internal clock for deep, high-quality sleep later that night.
Cultural appropriation.
What do you mean?
Like as far as white people appropriating like black culture.
Okay, this is a controversial question. And I'm not sure if the premise of the question is correct. So
For example, Kylie and Kendall today superimposed their images on Biggie and Tupac, and they got t-shirts.
Right.
Okay, and as a black person or person from that culture, you feel like they
it's disrespectful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch this. You're not going to believe what is inside this 200-year-old pocket Bible. I'm going to split it in two, and then when I fold it, watch what happens. A picture appears Now that is the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. And if I turn it around, it shows the birth of Jesus Christ. When you look at the Bible, it's hidden, and you open it again.
Why? Why?
Now that's a gender reveal.
It's a boy.
Different lifestyles, y'all. Different mindsets, different way of living. You imagine if someone did that gender reveal here? FBI helicopters, SWAT team, tanks would be outside your door. Quick. The military, like that's just a Saturday barbecue for them. You know what I mean? Like we light off a firework, they throw a bomb out there for their gender reveal. That's crazy.
This is how much we don't know about the ocean. In 2020, I think it was, we had a fisheries biologist go down to Antarctica and discover a new species of killer whale that had never been seen. For example, when I was with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, we pronounced it NOAA. We had a program called the Ocean Exploration and Research Program with a dedicated...
The population of Native Americans in 1492 was 140 million people. In 1600, it was 15 million people. That's 125 million directly dead, but it's not because it's 5 generations. It's 108 years. 5 generations. That's 20 years for a generation. That means there's all these women making babies during that time period. So to drop the population by 125 million, you probably have to kill 175 million people. Because you got to kill the babies too.
You want to see how tariffs hit? One rotor. For an 06 DIY is $238.68. My price $150.37 a side.
The right number.
For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell.
On stream. Like it's just crazy, y'all. The crazy things people say and do for the dollar. Like hell is eternal, y'all. I don't think people realize like that's more than forever. You know, like to say that for 50 million, like to say that for $1 for a piece of paper that's not even real. And look what he's going through now. And look, he's getting that 100 million, right? The right people heard that. Okay. Ooh, okay. Is that real? You sure about that? About to sign him $100 million contract. We saw yesterday's video how they say you got to worship this and we'll get you here overnight. I don't know.
Shows you. What?
No thanks.
Do they know this is a set?
Yes. They've been known it's a set,
This is crazy.
You like it, right?
It's crazy.
It looks good?
You have fake sunlight.
I know.
Bro, this is what happens when you're too committed to a joke.
You know Katy Perry accidentally killed a nun?
What the
Yeah, in 2015. There was like 2 nuns that stayed in a church. So Katy Perry, she's like, oh, I actually want to buy this real estate. Like, I'll give you hella money for this. It was like 14 mil. The nuns were like, nah, this is holy. Like, we're not going to give it to you. Boom. She goes there herself. Look, I have a tattoo of Jesus. Let me sing you a couple songs trying to convince you to sell it. Nuns were like, nah. The nuns even tried to go to millionaires to sell it for even more. Like, Katy Perry was pissed. She went to the head of the Catholic Church and snitched on the nuns. They're not selling me it, but technically they actually don't own this property. It's the masses. So boom, they go into a crazy legal battle in church, and then during that court case, one of the nuns got so stressed, just dropped.
Damn,
So
because she was
people-
stressed
yeah.
out.
She actually died in the courtroom fighting the fight. Katy Perry to please stop. It's not doing anyone any good except hurting a lot of people.
Indirectly.
Her theory, there's something spiritual significance on that land that she wanted.
Probably.
It's not just the church.
You believe in aliens, don't you, though?
Never knew about that.
You gotta.
You think I have to?
I think you gotta believe in something. What's out there?
The crazy thing is what an anomaly humans are, right?
Yeah, this is weird.
We're the weird ones. Like if you look in the forest or whatever, they all know each other. They know what they're doing.
Right, yeah.
They know what team they're on. Sometimes they'll fight. Sometimes they'll cuddle or whatever. Sometimes they have that video where like that little duck is on that badger's back or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But like they know what they're doing, and then we show up. Like we're the strange mammal. Like if you were in the woods and you saw a bear, right? Like come out of his hole or whatever, take a couple of pills, cry, jerk off,
right?
You know, and
Transition.
then get on transition and then get on a computer. You'd be like, this
fucking alien.
Yeah, this is an alien.
This is an alien.
So maybe we're the alien, you know, like I
Well,
wonder
we are the alien to something else for sure.
Well, certainly to nature.
Yeah.
To the rest of nature, it seems like we're the outlier.
Like to fish. I always think about fish. We have to be so annoying to fish. Just stepping in their house. And then they have to get out of their own house.
Oh yeah.
Imagine somebody gets in your house. Imagine you just have to leave.
Yeah.
And then when they're done enjoying your house, then you get to come back.
Imagine they show up,
it's like
pee in your house.
Yeah,
dude.
pissing in your house.
Grew up in a great house. Like my grandparents are literally the reason why I am. Like, I don't take no shit, all that. But I wanted my parents.
You know what's crazy about this?
What?
First of all, I feel like I'm the king therapist at this point because I interview like a couple of your siblings.
Really?
Yeah. So you know King.
Oh yeah. You interviewed King?
Yeah. So he says something similar.
What did he say?
So like part of the reason why like, you know, he took the route he took because again, everybody think King just came from this lavish background. He's like, nah, bro, I was in my grandmother's crib the most. This is what he said. Like, bro, I was
him too.
And she lived in like that's what he said.
Yeah.
The submarines are completely, you cannot find them in the sea. They are stealth beyond stealth. I interviewed the former commander of the nuclear subforces, a guy called Admiral Connor. And I said, like, how hard is it to find a nuclear armed sub? And he said, it's easier to find a grapefruit-sized object in space than a nuclear sub under the sea. I have a map in the back of the book that shows you how close they come to the East Coast and the West Coast of the United States regularly, which means it reduces that launch time, 26 minutes, 40 seconds. That reduces it down to 10 minutes or less.
This is the true meaning of the tortoise and the hare. Bro, we know slow and steady wins the race. No, it's actually a lot deeper than that. Clearly, a hare is faster than a tortoise, 225 times actually, which makes you think, why did they even race in the first place? Yeah, why? Well, many believe it's because the hare used to make fun of the tortoise, and so he challenged him to a race. But really, it's because he had to. The tortoise's mom fell while walking down the stairs and cracked her shell, which led to a deadly infection. Wait, can't they just go into a new one? No, tortoises can't. You see, their shell is fused with their rib cage. This means they can't shed like other animals. So when their shell gets cracked, they have to take expensive medicine. The tortoise took the race so he could afford medicine for his mom. He wasn't racing for himself. So then he was racing for family. Like, he's basically Vin Diesel.
They look creepy though.
Oh, here we go.
Dope shirt.
What's going on?
Expensive.
What?
Let you know that we keep getting calls. Someone's obviously watching. They know the area. They're squatting you nonstop.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm about to leave right now.
They definitely know the general area.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to leave right now.
Are you still alive?
Yeah.
He just wanted to know if he wanted to be on live. That's it.
Yeah, he wanted to be on.
Yeah, I guess he's one of your followers. I
Well,
don't know.
he's on camera right now, Mr. Freeman.
They definitely know your guys' location.
Yeah, I know. We're heading up. You know, why does this only happen when I do a stream in America? Like, every time I do a stream in every country, like, they don't call it a place for real.
What deal can you possibly make with the FBI with all these military weapons, silencers, homie, as many as he had with 7 convicted felons? What deal did he make?
My lawyer said, well, you know, I can make everything go away if it was Tramel's. After he had passed, I had a talk with him.
What you say?
Say, I take all the charges you got. If you can walk away free and put it on me, goddamn right.
This what T.I. said. I got family members and cousins and things that'll be willing to do anything. So he's not the one willing to crash out, from what he said. He said he got cousins and things that's willing to crash out.
Yeah, that's the only time I done never said or gave no information about nobody, because that's my cousin, my big cousin. He was dead, and he told me that it was okay.
Lord Jesus.
The woman that made The Matrix, that wrote it, she actually was serious when she said, like, The Matrix was a documentary. A lot of people don't know The Matrix is actually connected to, like, Terminator. Terminator is supposed to be the prequel to The Matrix.
Yeah,
so
okay.
she wrote the Terminator. Hollywood stole her story. But Terminator was supposed to be an addition to Matrix. It was supposed to be the first movie. The Matrix was supposed to be the sequel to Terminator. But humans created machines. Machines got to advance. They took over the world, and they put humans into machines. And I can see us heading to that point.
The fundamentalist Christians go hard with the Israel thing. What's very interesting is if Israel said to a fundamentalist Christian, if Netanyahu called Mike Huckabee and said, we're going to have to nuke Iran, he'd go, let's do it.
That's what Jesus
Let's
wants.
do it. That's what Jesus would want, a nuclear war. So that's where we've gotten. We've gotten to the
Jesus
point.
wants us to use the nukes.
Hillary Clinton meets Gaddafi's son in 2009. Check out her reaction after Gaddafi's death in 2011. Watch till the end.
I am very pleased to welcome Minister Gaddafi here to the State Department. We deeply value the relationship between the United States and Libya.
Unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, oh, I'm sure it did.
This is a banana. It comes from a flower. This is the plant. It produces a flower, and underneath each petal are baby bananas. And these are how bananas are born. Da, 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 da. Like that. These are the ends of the flower. So you know the little nubby things you get on a banana? It's a flower stem. See, these are all the flowers that have dried out. Oh, and there looks like there's a bird's nest in there. Bananas are flowers. Technically it's a berry, but okay, it's still a flower.
Now I learned that because we got some jalapenos, we got some habanero, we got some sweet peppers, we got some serranos in our little garden in the back, and we're getting a jalapeno, and they come from, it flowers, and then the flower dies, and from that grows the jalapeno and all the other peppers. Pretty cool, y'all. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We have so much cilantro. That thing just took off. We have lettuce that's taken off. It's been nice having some like fresh cilantro. It smells the whole house up when you bring it inside. It's not like the store-bought cilantro. It's pretty dope, y'all.
Gouging people, absolutely. And while Vegas gouges the tourists that come here, they're also killing the businesses that rely on those tourists coming here. So Vegas is gouging itself, quite frankly.
I've been here about 15 years, and it's shocking to see what's going on. To go to Caesars on the weekend of valet is $50.
It's insane.
$50.
Yeah. Think how much that's changed. So I've only been here 11 years, but I mean, just in the last decade, Vegas went from being like the cheapest destination vacation in the entire country. That's what Vegas was. Before I lived here, I didn't like Vegas, and I only ever came here because it was so cheap. I wish I could sit down like this with the people that are doing it and be like, what the are you thinking? I guess they just want their pockets filled immediately.
They're managing to a P&L. And so they want to charge more because they can make more because more people are coming here, but it's going to backfire.
They have to really only be thinking one quarter at a time. They can't be thinking like, can you ask them a 5-year question, please? Like, what the
Yeah.
Madonna is sitting on the side, just like right on the corner seat. And I pass by and I see her. My guy says, hey, Madonna, this is Montel Jordan. So I reach out my hand to shake her hand because I've listened to her on the Mighty 690. Like, I know her music, you know. She looks at me and she goes, don't I own you?
Wait, what?
Oh, no. That's what I said. I said, huh? She said, don't I own you? And I was like, I'm not processing. Now, let me take you away from that moment. When This Is How We Do It runs up the charts, before it gets to number one, there's a song there called Take a Bow.
You took my love for granted. Why? Oh, why?
From Madonna. Mm-hmm. So This Is How We Do It is the song that took Madonna's record off the number one charts.
This show is over, say goodbye.
They tried to do a publishing deal with me for my portion of Writers of This Is How We Do It. And we wouldn't do a deal with them. She had a company called Maverick Records.
Yeah.
But my writing partner, he did a publishing deal with Maverick, with Madonna. So even though my song took her song out of the #1 spot, she was still basically saying, don't I own you? Because I still have that spot that you had, that #1 spot.
But Don't I Own You is a crazy
Yeah, I
thing.
don't like
That's
it.
crazy.
I don't like it.
This is why you soak your produce. 2 cups of vinegar, a half of a lime, 2 tablespoons of Celtic sea salt, 1 gallon of distilled or filtered water soaked for 5 to 10 minutes. And now I use my Thurisage bubbler to get it even more clean.
The intro to Robin Hood 2010. Notice how the intro's gone? You can't read it. Can't read what it says. Do you know what it says? You know what it's supposed to say? It's supposed to say, in times of tyranny and injustice, when law oppresses the people, the outlaw takes his place in history. I wonder why, right now, Amazon Prime would take that out.
Is he the best impersonator?
This guy's a fucking beast.
All right, so basically, I'm looking now to get into the public speaking.
Like, who are you? I would be calling into every single house in the United States of America, okay? Giving them public speaking tips in their bathroom, shower, fucking garage. Yeah, in the garage. I was eating shit for like 17 years, doing tips for free, okay? Bro, like,
I think it's a good idea to call every single house in America.
Yeah, bro, like, are you making this an NFT? Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not making this an NFT.
Okay, bro, like, garage sales.
Yeah, I've been following all 3-4 of the impersonators pretty carefully. Like, a lot of good stuff's happening for them. They're getting more shows, more money, more opportunity.
So McDonald's has gone really downhill because I ordered 2 cheeseburgers because of a quick lunch.
Hold on, let's go into that a little bit. Like, that's the power of online social media, y'all. Like, that dude is getting shows now. He's probably performing at comedy clubs. Like, I used to listen to a lot of comedy podcasts like Joey Diaz and like all those, that group of podcasters back in the day when they were all in LA, right? Back in the glory days of podcasting. And they had to go through it. Like, they had to be traveling and being side gigs or whatever they're called for like 10, 12, 15, 20 years before they started headlining. Now you get the right amount of followers because all those, club owners, all they care about, ticket sales, y'all. That's it. Are you going to sell tickets if we bring you in? You're taking over the headliner then because you're selling more tickets. Right here. You get your fans right here, y'all. You get your fans right here. Now, if you're funny and all that, you like doing skits, try it out.
What the fuck is this? Like, 1 pickle.
No love in that sandwich.
Arby's is now selling steak nuggets, and this is how it looks. You are eating cartel victims, bro. This is not food. This is some crazy shit. Yes, I stole that tweet. On some real shit, though, if you indulge in anything at Arby's, I want you to stay away from me. Because if you're gonna spend your hard-earned money in this economy on necromorph meat, I gotta stay away from you.
You think that we have aliens coming, flying around or whatever?
What do you think?
There's no reason not to. I mean, there's no reason not to think that Mars and all these planets don't have life. Or maybe it's life that we don't know, but
maybe there was life there at one point in time. This is the speculation about Mars, that Mars had an atmosphere at one point in time, a long time ago, that could support life. It also had large bodies of water.
We just went to Sam's Club, and I want to show you what we got. We have a family of 8, 6 kids, my husband and I, and this will last us maybe a couple of days, but I'll show you what we got and then guess how much it all cost. Okay, I'm standing up high. We've got some frozen fries, frozen fruit, frozen burgers, potatoes, oranges, some chips, Italian ices, Go-Gurt. Okay, we freeze those. Apples, a bottle of wine, bread, dates, salads, cheese, chicken, turkey, breakfast sausages, fruit, yogurt, eggs, tuna, beef sticks, panko breadcrumbs because we're gonna do chicken. Okay, more frozen noodles, and some of those. That's what we got today.
What do you guys think they spent? Now, I go to Sam's Club, nothing like for that, right? If we go, we just go for a couple things. But I can see, like when we go, we drop $100 like that on 3 or 4 items. So right here, take a guess, y'all. Put the comment down below. Take a guess before we play it. I'm gonna say they spent $500. That's my guess.
I'm curious to see if you can guess how much it all was, and this is from Sam's Club in the comments.
Have you ever wondered why all the most successful people in the world drink like 10 or 8 or 9 cans of Diet Coke or regular Coke a day? Well, let me tell you a secret. It's not the Coke that makes them successful. It's caffeine. More caffeine equals more success. It's unbelievable how it works, especially if you use it right. 1 cup of coffee is not enough if you're going to be working on a startup. You need 3, 4, 5, maybe even more. And it's not a healthy amount. None of this is healthy, but it's what allows you to function at that high energy level that's needed to succeed in this world.
Katy Perry Lifetime's tour. What's going viral?
Fighting the HVAC hose?
Yes.
She's dressed in very futuristic space-like gear. She fights with a lightsaber, what's supposed to be an alien, and what's really like a hose. It's very reminiscent of those windmen who are at car dealerships.
It's like, go on, girl, give us nothing. It seems rushed. It seems last minute. And the conspiracy theory of it all is that she wanted to have this like astronaut space themed section of the show. And she ex-nated very last minute because of all the backlash, because of the Blue Origin stuff.
I mean, you could basically control the glasses with your mind through signals that you're sending from your brain to your hand.
Yes, it was fascinating. It was like I could like touch different nodules that I needed to and stuff, or different nodes, whatever it's called. I could look at certain things and that would highlight what it was. And it was like it was just a screen in midair. And I could walk around the side of the room and then come back and the screen would still be there, but it wasn't really there in real life. It was just there with the glasses on.
Yeah, it's a hologram.
Yes. And it was crazy, man.
I'm so disgusted right now with Costco chicken. I just came back from returning my rotisserie chicken. It was completely infected or it has some type of disease. I've never seen a chicken this disgusting in my life. I've never seen something even close to that foul from any type of animal that I've bought anywhere else at any other store. This was actually disgusting to see.
The first time I fought against the F-22 Raptor, and I fought against everything in the world. There's no better plane in the world than the F-22. When that thing passed me and some of the stuff that I saw it could do, F-22 is at the top of the food chain. To see something that size and that scale do something like that, it kind of makes me wish I was still in the military.
Look at that. That's insane. Oh my God. It just shoots straight up in the sky.
But you believe that there's a whole constellation of underground bases built by the U.S. government in the United States. Like that fact alone, just the physical infrastructure of it, because normally talk about what are they doing?
It's enormously expensive.
Well, it's unbelievable. And like it raises lots of practical questions. How do you ventilate them? What about food and water supply?
Where's the energy? Are we using breakthrough energy or?
Where's the energy come from?
Right. Because I'm sure that we have the ability to produce breakthrough energy at very low cost. If you go back.
Why are you sure of that?
My Dutch partners, I met because they were doing a series of conferences on breakthrough energy. And they brought together breakthrough energy inventors from around the world. And, you can see all the videos up on the internet and really went through the history from Tesla on of different inventors who have discovered and claimed different innovations with breakthrough energy.
Topic of conversation recently because experts found metals in many popular fruit juice brands. But the fact is that metals like arsenic, lead, mercury, and cadmium are all around us. But high levels of exposure can be toxic. It's been found in rice products, protein powder, and several baby products. In fact, in a 2018 report by consumer advocacy group Consumer Reports, they tested 50 baby and toddler food products and found that of the 50 foods tested, 34 of them contained levels of toxic chemicals, and 15 of those products were actually marked, putting babies who eat one serving of them a day at risk of health.
Let's talk about some cookouts in the 80s and 90s.
Man, they were just like the family event.
And if you think about it now, I mean, we do still have cookouts, but it ain't the same.
When I look at my like photo albums, that was when they took pictures.
At the cookout.
There's a ton of cookout pictures. Random fucking pictures of just somebody sitting at a picnic table.
Yeah, we don't take pictures like that anymore.
He might not even be eating.
They're so random, not even looking at the camera.
No, there's people just staring out into the field.
That reminds me of like if you ask AI to make a picture of a cookout, it makes some shit like that. But that's why it does it.
It was, bro.
That's because it was like that. You know what I like looking at? If I see a good cookout picture, I like looking at the table and seeing the logos on like the Pepsi cans or Coke cans.
It's awesome. You know what you're definitely gonna see?
Cigarettes.
Heaters.
Everybody holding a heater.
Bro, I swear what I remember is the tablecloth.
Boombox blasting. My family always had the oldies on. Cousins everywhere. Of course, in my case, it was always an uncle on the grill, towel over the shoulder. And I'll tell you what, if you went up there and tried to help him or say, let me get on this grill, those were fighting words.
I never saw nobody help my dad.
You didn't step in that domain. Hey, literally let them cook. Don't come up here with that bullshit.
Paper plates for days.
The Chinette. Hey, and I tell you what, not a cell phone in sight.
Nobody even cared.
I bet if you went to a cookout now, everybody's looking at their phone.
100%.
Now, my dad was always the griller everywhere. Every 4th of July, every Easter, every time we went camping, he was the cooker. He was on the grill. Now, that's who I learned from. Now I moved out of Arizona, but when we would be over there, I was the griller. I'm a very good griller, y'all. I gets down with them on the grill. But at the cookouts now, I'm the griller, y'all. I remember at my apartment complex, they were doing some 4th of July thing. I don't know what holiday, but I was the one running the grill, cooking the burgers and hot dogs, because I used to chill in the office with the girls on Saturday, and with my dog, we'd be chilling in there for a couple hours, just chit-chatting, drinking free coffee back in the day. But I'm the griller, y'all. I'm the griller now. What the
84% of vegans and vegetarians end up going back to eating meat at some level.
Folks, we're omnivores. We are more healthy on an animal and vegetable diet. And if you don't want to kill animals, please eat eggs, eat oysters, eat shrimp and lobsters. They're heartless, soulless little monsters that live at the bottom of the ocean. But if you want to be healthy, just eating only vegetables is a hard road.
Oh, McDonald's is lowering their prices again? That's cute. You mean after 4 straight years of gouging Americans during record inflation? And now that people are fed up and walking away, now you're all about being affordable again? Please. You were supposed to be the budget option. The place that parents could go to get a quick bite for their kids without breaking the bank. But no, you had to be greedy. You had to take advantage of people just because you could. Now a Big Mac meal is over $15? That's not fast food. That is robbery with a drive-thru. And now you really want to make us feel like you're doing us a favor by cutting the prices down. Nah, we see right the F through what you're doing. All of you greedy corporations acting like you're doing us a favor by slashing your prices, we see right through the BS. America deserves so much better than fake garbage food that's overpriced and fake corporate apologies. Now the bottom line is you lost our trust. You lost our business. You had to get greedy and screw over the American people. And now that's it. We're not McLovin' it, okay? We are done with your BS. And that's not just McDonald's. That's a lot of these greedy-ass corporations. So if you agree with me, repost this and let me know what you think in the comments. Are you still going to McDonald's? Do you find it to be affordable? Let me know.
Yo, where are the 2005, 2007... 2010 ghosts? Where are they at? Why are only ghosts before the 20th century haunting people? Why every time you go on a ghost tour, right? Because they're rooted in history, which that kind of answers half of my question, but like, why is it only ghost tours of like ghosts or from the Revolutionary War or some shit like that, or like from slavery, like slavery ghosts that are coming back to haunt people, and they have
right? Like, did ghosts stop haunting people? Like, is that like a old school thing, right? Like, is it only the old school ghosts that like to haunt people and shit like that? Did ghosts like lose interest in haunting people after like 1901?
Texas.
I don't know, y'all. That's a good question. But all I got to say is I've had some ghost encounters. It's legit. It's legit, y'all. It's legit. There is energy out there. Now, I've never really seen a personal like ghost, like a figure, but I was at my mountain I used to run, the Estrella Mountains out there in Avondale, Arizona. It was nighttime. I was chilling with somebody, took her to the mountain out there just to chill. It was dark. You know, we were on the tailgate looking at the stars, just chit chatting, right? And, you know, I brought up, when you're sitting in a dark area like that, these types of conversations start coming up. Why? I don't know, but they do, at least with me. You know, we started talking and then we were getting freaked out. And I told her, like, why is it that we're scared? Because if it was 12 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow and we're having this conversation, we're not going to be scared. Like, we're just scared of the nighttime. And as I said that, there was a porta potty right there. Porta potty was shut. And it was like somebody was in there and kicked that door open with everything it had, y'all. Everything. And I like looked over to look inside. Like, I thought somebody was in there. There wasn't none in there, y'all. There was an energy in that porta potty that when I said, why are we scared? We have no reason to be scared. It's just because it's dark. Like, porta potty shot open, y'all. Like, somebody was in there and kicked it with everything they had.
And the multiverse is going on here, y'all. I think I found the source of the blue rain, maybe, because this is what Texas saw just yesterday, and many people were seeing this eerie teal color in the sky, and it was so bright, right? There is this crop is flooded over here, and the color is reflecting off the flood that the crop has experienced. This is not no filter, y'all. Here comes another angle of it after it subsided a little bit, but the sky turned teal, clouds pitch black, and then tornadoes manifested out of this. And in Texas experienced look at the incredible size of this hail ball that Texas experienced, y'all, throughout that whole eerie transaction with the universe, y'all. Look at this. And what else would you experience from that whole eerie atmosphere? Here goes another. So this looks like a giant blue sun in the atmosphere. Am I tripping now, y'all? Because that light looks so focused. It looks so focused. It's not lightning. It's not plasma or anything. That looks like a giant blue sphere in there, y'all. Am I tripping? If the sky ain't broken, it's trying to tell us a message because, you know, it's coming with these horsemen that they call natural weather. So let me know what you guys think about this video. Nonetheless, the shift is here. Let's continue to get it. Peace in.
But have you guys ever seen these photos of what washed up on the shore straight off the coast of St. Augustine?
No.
Okay, in the late 1800s, this unidentified creature washed up on the shore. It's like 18 feet long, but what's super interesting is they said it had 7 legs and a tail. But as like research has continued on this creature, they're surmising it wasn't a tail, it was the 8th appendage. And most of the octopus-like arms had been cut pretty short. You know, this thing had been dead in the sea. And when you think about some of the earliest stories of creatures like this, or like the pirate era, 1700s,
like
and
a kraken.
yeah, like they're saying because of the size of this thing, and if it were an actual octopus, the tentacles could have been like 100-foot long.
Ugh.
Because they're
Delicious.
like, you can see them in the photos, but they're like this big around at the nubs.
Oh my gosh.
And so the actual creature would have been what we see pictures of, like the stories we hear. And so they took samples and they compared it to octopus, and they said a tissue sample, it's like octopi giganta something in Latin, but they're calling it a giant octopus. That's what it is.
Whoa.
Dr. DeWitt Webb in November 30th of 1896 is the first person who arrived where 2 boys had discovered this octopus on the beach. And so it's a professional science person who actually collected the first samples.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, this is right off the coast, right off St. Augustine. So all those pictures we see of pirates and stuff, that is real.
Dude.
And for some reason, we don't know about it.
Oh my gosh.
Where's the rest of those suckers? Literally.
Hey, is there a bigger joke in the world, a bigger joke in the fucking world than a job that is CEO of a major corporation? Like, the formula is just, this is what they do. This is what they do every fucking time. You get this job, you make $1 billion fucking dollars, you're the big shot fucking CEO, and here's what you do. You come in and you say, hey fellas, what do you say if instead of 3 pickles on every burger, we put 2 pickles on every burger? right? And then let's charge them 40 cents more for each burger. They won't even fucking notice, bro. They won't even notice. And then boom, all of a sudden you're a fucking hero because you just decreased your expenses and increased your profits, except they do notice, you fuck faces. And that's why all these fucking CEOs get their job, their big fancy fucking job for like 3-4 years, then they get fired because what happens is McDonald's decides to put out a shittier product for more money, and for a while people just go, and then they're like, wait a minute, what the fuck's going on around here? This is more money and it sucks. What the fuck am I doing? And they stop going. And then the CEO gets fired and he just goes down the road to fucking Coca-Cola or to fucking wherever, Nike, it doesn't matter. But it's all just the formula for being a successful CEO is make a shittier product and charge them more money and hope they don't fucking notice. Unless it's, of course, slide in hidden fees, you hidden fee fucks. Jesus Christ. It's just like if your job is the CEO of a major corporation, all you're doing is figuring out how to give people less and charge them more. And that's why nobody fucking likes you.
Oh, Missy Elliott done plenty wrong. Missy Elliott just as dirty as every last one of these niggas that she was fucking pandering to and procuring for. Why don't somebody go ask Missy Elliott about why Tweet allegedly tried to unalive herself twice over her? Allegedly. Missy Elliott, the female brain scrambler. They'd send her in to loosen the girls up and tighten them up so they wouldn't complain so much when the dudes came behind. Allegedly. Somebody go talk to Music Soul Child baby mom. What's her name? Mila from 702, who was sent to infiltrate Total and break the whole group up. Yeah, that was a Missy Elliott plant. Y'all want to know what happened to Total? Missy Elliott happened to Total. She was good for fucking up bitches' budgets and getting paid to do it. Allegedly. Facts. How quiet has she been about what happened to Aaliyah? Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Missy Elliott was really pressing to get the real goods on what happened to her beloved Aaliyah. She's probably one of the most least supportive of everybody. Oh, she was an angel. Fuck you mean?
I'm not finna play with Walmart. What in the hot ghetto mess?
Those rotisserie chickens?
I have never in my life, 42 years, what in the Sam?
It's like The Last of Us.
That is crazy.
Back in the day, you could have ended a motherfucker's life with these, and that is a
100%.
true ass statement right there. This was a deadly weapon.
It was just paper, folded to the extent to where it was going to explode.
That's a bullet at high velocity.
You might thought somebody threw a rock at you.
That's a non-lethal police weapon right there.
100%.
They just need to fire these off at
Hey,
people.
and that rubber band never broke. You had a bow and arrow.
Dude, I saw in class one time, my friend Jimmy sitting next to me. He literally loaded this exact setup up right
Jimmy.
here and shot it at a kid sitting across the room that was minding his own business.
That's the best way.
And it hit him in the eyeball. And this kid freaked out like he had just been shot by a gun. It probably felt like it.
No.
He took it right to the eyeball.
They said he can't see today.
And he started crying
He
and
made him laugh.
screaming. And my buddy was like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, I'm in trouble,
Yeah, you,
bro.
hey, you fucked
That's when you
up.
do it and you're like, oh,
That was instant regret.
I didn't even
I need to find these dudes' podcasts.
They are bringing that back strong.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, that woke thing, it got into college, and then the high school kids, the ones coming up now,
Yeah.
they are rejecting it.
I 100% agree with you, and I know that because our youngest, Muggsy, he's like, 12 years old now. And so he's in 7th grade. And it was in the complete blast zone of woke, right? Because and like the oldest one, who's 16, he kind of had some of it. The middle one, again, didn't care. He was like, fuck you, you don't play ball, so I'm not paying attention to you. And but the youngest one was in a complete fire zone of this woke culture, and you'll never meet a more conservative, sexist kid in your life.
All right, family. There you have today's video. We banged one out, y'all. We haven't had an hour-long upload in a while. What better way to kick off the new camera than with with an hour and 15-minute video for you guys? You gotta leave a thumbs up for that, y'all. But let me know, is there a delay? I think I might have to hook my microphone directly to my camera. I think that might be what I have to do. And I have one of those, USB auxiliary, mic jack, whatever, so we can do that. But I have a dummy battery coming, but my battery held up. I was nervous, an hour and 15 in, and the battery's still holding up because I looked it up and it said it could last up to 2 hours. So, we got more than enough time. So hope you guys enjoyed the quality. Hope you guys enjoy the content. Like I said, I'm going to get better with the settings. I'm going to go watch some videos right now and mess with it and see if I can, just make it a little more crisp. But from what I can see right here on my OBS, it looks pretty damn crisp. Y'all let me know down below what you guys think. Now, if there is a delay with me talking, I apologize. Tomorrow's video, it should be, better. I'll hook up that microphone straight to the camera. But anyways, y'all, I'm out of here. Got a break from the baby. He's over at the grandparents' house today. Wednesday's my off day from the baby, so it's pretty nice. I went and got my camera, went and got a haircut, went and did all my errands. Here it's kind of late. It's 3:30. We're barely doing the video because when I got home, the camera took forever to charge. We got it done, y'all. We got it done. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Made it this far. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. Hope everyone out there has a good day. And oh yeah, y'all, I just want to say, the reason I'm able to get this good camera and this good quality is because of you beautiful Cave fam out there that watch and support all my videos and hit the thumbs up and spread it and all that. So you know what, y'all? I get paid on the 21st of this month. We're going to be doing a giveaway. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to, maybe do, 3 different items like a stream deck, a microphone, and maybe a gift card to Amazon. I don't know, or just a gift card to Amazon. I don't know how many people would like to get started on something like this, or new lights, or a webcam like my old webcam. The quality's good. They're all in the same kind of price range. Or maybe I'll do all those, and I'll also do like a gift card equivalent to that through Amazon. And whoever wins, we'll do 3. You guys can pick what you want and we'll get it sent to you guys, because I got to show some appreciation, y'all. 1, for hitting that 10,000. All we said when we hit that 10,000 subscribers, we're going to be doing a giveaway. And for 2, I'm just feeling so thankful for you guys and all that. So we're going to be giving back towards the end of this month. We'll be doing a big giveaway. Also, make sure you guys stick around for that. This is Segovia signing out of the Man Cave. I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Later.